open up a file here, and we're going to go to our another heavenly view we are going to share together that God has shared with us. So let me go ahead and see here. There it is. Okay. I haven't had time to put this on the web yet. Okay, so I will go ahead and do it later, inshallah. But you can follow it here on my screen. And again, I went to regular primes that we've been discussing for the past few weeks. And so I start with the fact that the 19th Sphenic number is 195. And 195 is the numerical value of Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad. Okay, right there. In Surah 19. Okay. If you put the numerical value of Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad in that order, well, doesn't matter, the order doesn't matter. You put all those numbers and add them up, they add up to 195. 195 super prime is 9619. Okay? And chapter 96 has 19 verses. And remember, 96 was the first chapter that was revealed. Okay? 195th Sphenic number is 1362. Remember what 1362 is? 1362 is the count of ayahs or verses from the beginning of the Quran to 9127. Happens to be the 195th Sphenic number. Sphenic number, it has 3 prime factors that are not alike. They are distinct primes. They are distinct prime numbers. Okay. 8 is a triprime, but it's not a Sphenic number. Okay. Why? Because it's 2 times 2 times 2. 2 is repeated. Okay. So these are not repeated. It's the 105th, 95th one is 1362. So we come down. 1362nd prime number is 11261. 11261 happens to be the 673rd Gaussian Composite. And I put it in boldface, large, underline. 673rd regular prime is 9127. We went from chapter 19, the initials in chapter 19. We went to generating the number of surah number and verse number in chapter 96. And then we ended up in 9127 again. Okay? Isn't that amazing? Okay? So Surah 9 has 127 verses. So I went further and I said, okay, let me go ahead and subtract these two numbers. 11261 and 1362. If you do that carefully with a calculator, okay, you come with this number 9899. Okay. 9899 is 521 times 19. 9899 is the frequency of alephs plus lams plus memes in Surah 2. Okay? Remember now how far you are ahead of those people who are ignorant and started recounting these things and put it on their websites. Okay? You know what kind of damage they are doing to their own souls by doing this? By this ignorance? This is what we have to have in mind. That this is God's system. I haven't even started doing this, okay? A lot of people say, well, how do you connect 9899 to Surah 2? That question immediately comes up. immediately. Okay. And you know what? You know what that 2286 is? Chapter 2 has 128, chapter 2 has 286 verses. So it becomes 2286, like 9127. Okay. You know what the number is if you parse it? One of the way that you can parse it is 2 times 9 times 127. Chapter 2, chapter 9 has 127 verses. That's what it's telling you. Okay? Or if you bundle up 2 and 9 together, chapter 2 tells you that there are 29 surahs like this. You know chapter 36? Chapter 36 has 83 verses. You know what that number is? Is 29 times 127. Again, the same numbers are flashing in your face. This is how God has designed it. This is how He made it easy for us to understand it, to realize it, to glorify Him, to extol Him. And so this should be our mission. And again, be patient. Don't fight it. Don't demand it. Be patient, and when the time comes, God will show you the answer. Okay? And I cannot, I don't know, I mean, I don't have any more adjective to describe this. I'm running out of adjective. There's no adjective can actually really describe this whole signs that we see, this whole window that we see, this view. Okay? We just don't have that. We just don't have that adjective to describe it. Okay? Puts you in basically a completely different level. And that's the beauty of it. That's the enjoyment that we get when we are logging on to this site or dialing this number or whatever we do. Okay? That's the enjoyment that He gives us. And then the rest of the times, this is just the beginning. Okay? As I said, there's the eternity of the hereafter. Okay? That the righteous people are spent with God. Okay. And we see those marvels, as God says. Which of your marvels can you two deny? Chapter 55 of Rahman. Right? So God asks that rhetorical question, if you will, challenges us. They're not enough. Okay? There are just infinity of marvels that we can behold, and we can have a view, and that's a view that God shows us, a brief view of what is awaiting us in paradise, inshallah. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to finish up.